unscheduled call. What have you made of the OPEC Plus meeting now getting postponed without a fresh date? You think crude can climb even higher?
Well, good morning, Latha. Yes, I do think it can climb a little bit higher. I won't be surprised to take an $80 handle out. We're at $77.50. We're still $70 short of the all-time high at around 147, 148. So the market, I think, has got more momentum. Inflation numbers, have a look at the US dollar index. And I feel as though there's brinkmanship between UAE and Saudi. Though one thing, Latha, we need to be conscious of, we've got 5 million barrels of more demand. They believe this is coming from OPEC in the second half of the year versus the first half. So that demand is going to be very strong.
Peter, you know, we've gone through this game several times, this play, but one always thought that at 75.80, shale will be a reasonable competitor. Why is that theme not being spoken about anymore?
Well, remember what happened as far as the Biden administration and the Green New Deal, and there were certain initiatives that they took forward. Also, that there's been a change as far as the appetite. But I feel as though that will certainly springboard back up because, quite simply, you know as well as I do, that they're pulling the barrels out at 40 to 45 a barrel for shale. So the profitability is immense. And I feel as though that will certainly turn the corner. So there are so many moving parts to this whole equation that need to be considered. But the picture is demand is going to increase. Secondly, the UAE and Saudi they are brothers. So I'm pretty sure that the deal will be done behind the scenes over the next couple of days, if not a week. And I think prices will edge up a little bit higher from here.
Okay, so that's about the near term, but Peter, slightly a longer term view because, you know, it's been a blistering rally for oil. I mean, WTI is up, what, 57% in 2021 already. Although in the near term it may inch higher, do you think a large part of the bull market in crude is already behind us, or is this just the start?
No, I think it's behind us, and a lot of reasons why, and I think the inflation story is one. I feel as though that we've got sufficient demand and supply out there from a production point. And I think that 80 will be around about that pain barrier due to we're coming out. I know that, you know, from the likes as far as India and developing nations, higher energy costs are certainly a very strong headwind to their domestic economy. And I think OPEC are very mindful of that. So I feel as though that 80 might be the new 70. And let's see if we do get through 80. But I feel as though that there'll be sufficient headwind. And I'm saying, you know, the early 80s might be about the top of it.
Okay. Well, that's a nice one. 80 is the new 70, but that would be toppish. That's music to our ears. Thank you very much, Peter McGuire, for joining us and giving us your sense of where crude is headed.